Okay. Beanstalk, children's jump seat. Pretty straightforward. You got your hooks over the back edge of your chair, 3-point harness on the seat, and the strap underneath. The instructions are really straightforward and very simple to follow. Shows you how to adjust the height, everything like that. Unfolding it, this thing does fold up really small. So it'd be perfect for places that have little to no room or really small area, like our dining area with our 2 high chairs for our twins. With this thing right here, lift up the chair. I'm literally lifting the chair with one hand. That thing is not going anywhere. It's solidly on there. My little boy likes to wiggle a lot, so I was initially afraid that these handles would come off, but honestly, there's a little bit of clearance right there, but that's not a whole lot. That's not going to come up and over, nor is it going to slide back and forth off of the chair. These right here are pretty slick on the bottom. Actually, there's a little bit of a grip. There's texture on the bottom, but nothing like the foam on the handles. So that part's going to slip a little, as you can tell. But this strap here keeps it. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. And even then, the little man would definitely like to try. 3-point harness. Looks like the belt loop would be underneath that, ideally. Obviously, for a child, that's just good luck getting it to stay. But that's adjustable too. Got a pretty solid steel frame, or I think steel. This seat's pretty durable too. There's some molding, casting right here. Keeps it pretty straight like that. And it's actually a pretty firm backing. You can see I'm pushing in on it. I'm not pushing very hard, but it's a pretty firm seat as compared to your traditional high chair. Now, high chairs, as we all know, are quite useful. You got your footrest here, so their feet aren't dangling, but pieces go missing sometimes, or they fall off. And as you can see with this high chair right here, my baby is sitting in a reclined fashion in this seat, and there is actually a piece right here missing. See that right there? Because of that. So whenever he sits in this chair, he's sitting quite far away from the table or right here at an edge. It's just not very family friendly, if you will. They're not really a huge part of dinner, but if we put our chair, look at that. They have a seat right there at the table. They're not going anywhere in this thing. I'm not seeing anything go wrong with that. I mean, now at least I'm not reaching across the table to feed one, or I'm not having to sit in the middle of both of them. And even then, I mean, even without the tray, you're still leaning back pretty far, and you're still not up to the table, whereas over here we are going to be right up to the table. So even if there was a lot of wiggling going on, it's not going to be very much. I mean, they're going to be right up with us, and then we can sit all four of us down at the table. So if I get to eating a couple bites, Dad can take over with his on his side of the table and feed them. I guess the only thing that I wish this thing would have would be more of a grip surface on the bottom here instead of just some grooves. I wish I could show you, but I'm not about to unhook that thing down there. It took my husband a few moments to hook it up. And we got some loose threads right here, but all in all, it's actually very good stitching on it. I don't see this thing falling apart anytime soon. The thing says up to 30 pounds on the pamphlet, but I'm willing to bet that it would hold a child heavier than 30 pounds if it needed to. These things will fold up kind of like a folding chair, and better for storage. I mean, these high chairs are pretty bulky when they're folded up even then. So I would recommend this for somebody that has little space, apartments, or if you're traveling. The only downfall to it is that you have to have another chair because quite obviously it does not have any feet to it, so it can't sit up on its own. It has to have that straight back area. I don't know if this part has to be flat or not, like if it's designed or something. It probably would still fit. It might just be a hard to keep it still or steady. And I'm willing to bet it would even fit on like that folding chair back there. So that's what I got to say about it. So yeah.